Hello everyone, welcome to this issue of Chat. Today I bring you a Step, the science fiction movie that won the 86th Oscar season. Gravity. It describes to us what the outer sky looks like in a spectacular way. Without further ado, let's watch a movie together. The outdoor space that suffers from old age, the Earth of the future and the scenery and darkness of space, it forms a precommittal contrast. Because it establishes the book, the US Explorer's space shuttle is letting Ghost fly. The company's pilots are performing a phase-finding mission. They all have robot arms on their faces. There is a secret fight for a new electronic scanning system on the King Habu mirror, but you have to work in weightlessness. It obviously makes her body feel a little uncomfortable. Like compared to the case of Wei Yan, Metelza seems to have some priority. This is its last flight before repairs. So he used the words to seal it with magic to activate his analysis. From then on, it was mainly responsible for testing a new type of spray backpack. If the test is successful, the horizontal circle and horizontal circle can be placed in the air on the platform. At this time, an emergency suddenly came from the first side. We fired a bomb for the first time, activating the power and destroying the country's spy satellite. There are other independent satellites, resulting in a large amount of fragmentation throughout the return. Welcome to the countless fragments of Ganlu. There was a collision with the space shuttle. People are taken away by the excited mechanical ratio. Another horse asked him to unlock the mechanical coin. The person is thrown towards the feather body by the crown. Matt asked him to activate the fixed guard system. And the Dingwei system were destroyed in the state machine. And in the case of high-speed flipping, even the food tent cannot be seen clearly. Better than the big dog appeal due to nervousness. As a result, Yang Ji's circulation is continuing to decline rapidly. Soon he lost contact with Matt. Side City gets in touch with Matt, nervous mood attached to one side of the screen. Ergili once again conveyed Matt's voice, and he also based on the meal tent provided. The crowd caught him aimlessly. Matt tied him to himself with the Son of God, then find the space station and fly to it. The relationship between Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs met shit and the space war situation. The other party never responded. He had no choice but to seek help from the ground again, but still the same result. This means they have lost contact with ground and space warfare. Arrival time set at 90 minutes. It takes exactly 90 minutes to go around the Earth. Soon they discovered the Explorer aircraft. Explorer has become a wasteland. The Prophet died and Jin Guang died. It's a space battle not far away. Just go to Italy and take advantage of the escape pods above. But it seems a bit far away. At this time, the oxygen content of the person and the flight suit dropped to 13%. I haven't heard that this is true. In Fengju's humorous chat, by Ren's mood gradually calmed down. Matt Wei's mood was caught in the collision and there was a problem. Fuel is being consumed rapidly. This is their only tool in space. Those two people will definitely die. Fortunately, Bart Rongjing saved a little bit of talent. Fly quickly towards the red disaster feeling indicated now. They can't grab anything that's graspable. The connection between the two people in the collision has been severed. They chase down quickly, still living with the instep pain. Let Matt come here too. Still caught the province connecting Matt. They pull back feebly towards Matt. Call the provincial office and you will be relieved. The people from Shenzhou called the provincial office. Can't weigh the weight of two people. He decided to rebirth himself, so the 7th generation chased the Grand Duke. Climb past the entrance to the Sarazu battle. The sun is very close at this time. His consciousness is getting blurry. Finally entered the Sarajan battle at the last second before passing out. He immediately started 1 or 2 phases of the system. Then he held up the fish chute in the back. Prepare to establish contact with the ground. But there's nothing but random electric current inside. No other sounds can be heard. At this time, the siren sound of the space war camera. He found the fault, but was pushed back by the fire extinguisher. The fire is getting louder and louder. He took the fire extinguisher and closed the door. That is to disengage the part that is on fire. Follow the instructions above step by step. At this time, distance fragments come again. Just when I was about to leave, the spaceship was introduced again by Jiang Huzhen, the provincial office where the key is to be retrieved and transferred to. Although the room passes by minute by second, his crime movie is here again. Finally, his fragment came to the rescue at the last second to get the key. Now his only hope is a spacecraft in orbit. In order to confirm his power, he just escaped from the Jianghu. All the materials were taken in, still showing endless despair. Or is it that the inevitable weapon in the sky is not far away from the infinite electric phase? But he came into contact with a signal that seems to come from Earth. People who avoid face speak a language they don't understand. People have given up all hope, decided not to be cowardly and die. Diesu died in his sleep. At this time, a very foreign voice came from. It turns out Maida is not dead yet. He encourages people not to give up. You should live for your family. Even if there is no one. If the landing procedure is initiated, very short distance that you can still slide forward. Only then did I realize that it was my own illness, but this gave him a deep sense of hope. So the positive content of Ken people was increased again. Decided to fight this. People started the landing procedure. The short distance the Chinese in the landing bay slide forward, and the Chinese space station is getting closer and closer to him. Used the reverse thrust generated by the fire extinguisher to control direction. Became grabbing the sky at the last moment. The heavy attack went into flight into the interior, but there's no one inside. It's obvious that the fragments have been used to withdraw the gift. This is the third fragment. Come carefully, and the button above is sometimes in Chinese. It supports one and the other. Finally, just before entering the big group. Next is the trial of Dong Dai's fate. After all, it takes 10 minutes to break through the big group. If it doesn't turn into a pile of grey mirrors, let it really get the favor of a lucky boy. The high temperature generated by the friction between the outside of the aircraft and the main engine caused the aircraft to burn red. But with the thick background music of Rishun, a whole light shines in. The aircraft immediately opened and dispersed the path. People are really unlucky. Open the hidden door and engrave a large amount of water. Yong comes in. The wait with Huang Fu caused him to continue to be sincere. He approached the full set of rain suit in the water. Then it's interesting towards the water. Finally he set foot on the recording ground. The number of experiences I have experienced touches the length of the earth. He finally realized how lucky he was to be alive. Okay, that's it for today's story. See you next time.